So before we begin, can we have a quick question answer on how many hours of sleep do we require every day to function? कितने घंटों की नींद चाहिए होता है हमें to function normally?
8 hours.
8 hours. Okay. Yeah, that's true. 7 to 8 hours is what we require to function in a healthy way. And as we grow older, we tend to get lesser sleep. And we are okay functioning between 6 to 8 hours of sleep as we grow older. And so today we'll be speaking about sleep hygiene, or on understanding what sleep hygiene is, what it means. So anybody who wants to tell me what sleep hygiene means, what do you think it means? Okay, so what do we mean by personal hygiene? So personal hygiene is like we know we should brush our teeth every day, twice a day, take bath every day, ensure our surroundings are clean. Sleep hygiene is also something like that. It is basically how
Hi, Himlata.
Yes, Sunita.
Hello, Himlata.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Audible, yeah.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So sleep hygiene also is just a fancy way of saying that we should have good sleep habits. What are good sleep habits? Why are they useful to us? Is something that we will talk about. For example, do we have to brush our teeth every single day? Yes. So we have to practice sleep hygiene also every single day, right? So these habits are very important so that we can sleep 6 to 8 hours consistently, go to sleep easily, and also ensure that we're able to sleep throughout the night. I think that is one problem that as we grow older, we face. Raat bhar neend becomes a problem. So that is what we try to make better with sleep hygiene, with good sleep hygiene. So like I said, as we get older, our bodies change. So how we sleep also changes. We tend to get up more times to for a washroom break, and all these start to impact our sleep quality. And that is where it is very, and sometimes we can't sleep, we can't fall asleep no matter how much we try. We can't fall, and we wake up really early, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and we can't go back to sleep. All these are problems that come as we grow older. And that's why it is very important to start maintaining sleep hygiene. So what are some good examples of sleep hygiene? For example, having a regular bedtime. Har din same time mein sona. For example, if you like going to bed at 10 p.m. every day, one day 10 p.m., one day 11 p.m., one day 12, does not work. We always have to be like, no, I will go to bed at 10 p.m. That is my fixed timings. No matter what happens, no matter कौन से dinner parties हो रहे हैं या फिर कोई travel चल रहा है, unless बहुत ज़्यादा emergency case है, always try to maintain similar bedtimes. Making your bedroom comfortable, ensure that there is enough air flowing in, there is not much noise, and there is not much bright light coming from the streets that are disturbing your sleep. So, and ensure the bedroom is cool, ensuring the bedroom is dark. All these are very, very important to ensure you're able to sleep. And one of the most important things about maintaining sleep hygiene is using the bed only to sleep. If you use your bed to do other things like eating or to watch stuff on TV, on phone and things like that, or to work or to reading is okay, to other things, working or watching TV, then we don't associate it with just sleep. We associate it with everything else. So the most important thing is to associate the bed only with sleeping and reading and leisure activities like that, so that you can fall asleep quickly. Next, बहुत important चीज होता है कि कैफीन अवॉइड करना इवनिंग में. Coffee last coffee that you should have should be at around 4 p.m. before 4 p.m. After 4 p.m. you shouldn't be drinking coffee, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol, so that your sleep is better. Hi Miranti.
Hi.
All
Sorry,
right.
I'm late.
No problem. So I was just talking about sleep. We were talking about sleep and sleep hygiene today. Then one of the most common problems of sleep is insomnia. Now, what is insomnia? Insomnia is a sleep disorder in which you have trouble falling asleep, or if you're able to fall asleep, then you have troubles, going back to sleep. If you wake up, right? You either can't sleep, but if you're able to sleep, you will wake up in the middle of the night and then you can't go back to sleep. What happens? Is it something that happens very rarely? No, it's actually much common in older adults than we think. What are the trouble? And what are some of the common symptoms of, insomnia? You go to bed at 10 o'clock, but you are not able to sleep for 1 hour, 2 hours. You're thinking. We say, counting sheep. We keep thinking, but sleep is not coming. So that is a symptom of sleep insomnia. Wake up many times in the night. So you keep waking up again. It could be either because you're taking washroom breaks, or just like that, you hear a sound, or you just wake up and you can't go back to sleep after that. And then, like I said, waking up really early in the morning, 3 a.m. you wake up and you're not able to go back to sleep. Even if you think you have slept, you wake up very tired because either you've not been able to sleep or you woke up multiple times at night. Even though you're in bed for 8 hours, you wake up very tired. You feel very sleepy throughout the day. बहुत नींद आती है. So all these are symptoms of insomnia, and this is something that is serious and can affect your quality of life. Now, let's come to something called sleep apnea. Sleep apnea. What is sleep apnea? Sleep apnea is when you're sleeping, you have short pauses in your breathing. You can't breathe. And what happens? Because your airway gets restricted, you can't breathe, and you snore very, very loudly. Right? People next to you who sleep next to you will complain that you snore a lot. It could be that you have sleep apnea, and this happens because you're unable to breathe in the middle of the night, right? Who has sleep apnea? Usually people who are overweight, mostly overweight people could have sleep apnea, because what happens is because they become heavy, it is said that it starts restricting your airway when you sleep on your side or when you sleep straight. So do you become aware? Do you know that you have sleep apnea? Are you aware that you have sleep apnea? Not necessarily. The only person who knows that you have sleep apnea will be the person sleeping next to you, because you'll be snoring loudly. I'm sure we all have had experience of having spouses who snore very loudly and wake us up. So that could be a symptom of sleep apnea in them, and it is good to go and consult a doctor. Right? Especially if they're overweight, because sleep apnea is very serious. Sleep apnea is very serious, and it could cause stroke, it could cause high blood pressure or memory loss if it continues. So it is very, very important that it should be treated. There are multiple ways doctors will be able to treat you for sleep apnea. There are specialized machines that give you, pressurized air that you can use so that your airway constriction does not cause a problem. So बहुत सारे ऐसे solutions doctors दे सकते हैं. So if you suspect that you have sleep apnea, or you think your spouse, your partner has sleep apnea, बहुत important है कि आप डॉक्टर को कंसल्ट करें. So कितना common है sleep apnea? It's around 11% of adults have obstructive sleep apnea. उसमें 14% men को होता है, 6% women को होता है. So more than women, almost double the amount of men can have sleep apnea. So here, there are many men here, there are women. Please check and ensure that your husbands or you yourself are sleeping properly. There's a lot of loud snoring, or if you wake up very tired in the morning, even though you have got 8 hours of sleep, please go and get a sleep test done. Sleep labs होते हैं जहाँ पे sleep test conduct किए जाते हैं, where they will basically make you sleep in the lab for one night, and then they will track your breathing, you track other parameters to ensure you're sleeping properly. So this is one kind of problem with sleep. There's another kind of problem called movement disorders in sleep. What are movement disorders? Let's talk about that. For example, there is something called restless leg syndrome. That means you're sleeping, you suddenly feel some tingling in your leg, right? And you're not able to sleep because of that. You wake up feeling that tingling sensation and you wake up immediately. That is called restless leg syndrome. And there is something called periodic limb movement disorder. Constant jerks, consistent jerks, frequent jerks in your leg happens. सोते समय leg अपने आप move होता है. You start to kick your leg. That is called periodic limb movement disorder. फिर rapid eye movement sleep behavior होता है. मतलब जब हम when we dream, right, we don't move. You'll be dreaming that you're flying, you're dreaming that you're jumping, but we don't jump in bed, we don't fly in bed. That is because our muscles are all frozen. But इसमें क्या होता है? Your muscles are not frozen. They're not in that frozen state. So if you feel like sometimes when you feel like when you're sleeping, we get this dream that we're jumping off a building, and we also try to jump in the bed, right? We feel like we're falling. That is because our body is still not ready for dream. But if it happens constantly to you, then it is important that you go see a doctor. All these का problem क्या? अरे हुआ तो क्या? These all reduce the quality of your sleep. Let's talk about them in detail. Like I said, restless leg syndrome. You feel like a tingling, या फिर कुछ crawl कर रहा है, या फिर pins जैसे चुभ रहा है leg में, एक leg में या दो leg में, and you wake up very suddenly feeling that sensation. Then this becomes worse at night. It's there throughout the day also sometimes, and it becomes worse at night. Then it is important that you go see a doctor because there are medicines to treat RLS. Now, periodic limb disorder, like I said, people kick their leg every 20 to 40 seconds in sleep. And you can understand how bad it is for the person who's sleeping. They keep waking up every time they kick. And the person who's next to them who get kicked, both of them have trouble sleeping. So it is very important that this also is, addressed. How is it addressed? There are medications for it, taking a warm bath before sleeping, exercise, some relaxation exercises, yoga. Like if you do yoga in the morning, that will help you, avoid or reduce the symptoms of periodic limb movement disorder. नेक्स्ट जो हम बात कर रहे थे वो that was REM sleep behavior disorder, जहाँ पे आप जब ड्रीम कर रहे होते हो, अगर आपका बॉडी मूव करने लगता है, then it is very hard because your sleep gets disrupted. If you're dreaming that you're flying, your hands will start to flap. If you're dreaming that you're walking, you might end up walking. If you're dreaming that you're jumping or falling, you will feel like you're falling in the bed. What will happen with all these things? आप उठ जाते हो because आपको नींद नहीं आती. So your sleep is not fulfilled. So these are the reasons why these all can disrupt your sleep. It can reduce the quality of your sleep. Next, we'll talk about Alzheimer's disease and sleep. I'm sure आप सबने सुना होगा कि Alzheimer's होता क्या है. Alzheimer's is a disease that reduces your memory, your thinking, and cognitive abilities with time. It is a type of memory loss or dementia, if you say. It's a neurological condition. But Alzheimer's से sleep भी affect होता है. Why? Because most people end up waking up at night. They feel very confused. They start yelling at night. They sometimes just start walking out of the house because they don't know where they are. They're very confused. Now, is it only people who have Alzheimer's जिनको परेशानी होती है? Not really. There are people who are their caregivers, their wives, their husbands, the children, or if you are taking care of your elderly parent, then there are chances that your sleep is also disrupted because you're also tensed. Where are they? Are they sleeping fine? If they wake up at night yelling, then you start to wake up by yourself and you're like, what is happening? All these are reasons why people with Alzheimer's can have a disrupted sleep, and जो Alzheimer's का care करते हैं उनको भी they can have sleepless night, leaving them very tired in the morning. Whenever we don't get good amount of sleep, what happens? We feel very tired in the morning and we're not able to function in the morning. So that is why it is very, very important that we have some good night's sleep. Before I do that, do we have any questions? Koi questions hai to I'll take now. Anybody has any questions till now about what we discussed? Okay. All right. So we know that there are so many problems with sleeping, and as we grow old, we can't sleep properly. So what are some proven strategies that we can adopt to get a good night's sleep? One is, like I said, establishing a regular sleep schedule. Sleep at the same time, wake up at the same time, even on weekends. ऐसा होता है कि people wake up at 5 a.m. till Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday they wake up at 9 a.m. What happens because of that? You don't have a regular sleep schedule. You might find it difficult to sleep on Sunday night. And again, the whole sleep pattern becomes disrupted. So every day, wake up at the same time, sleep at the same time, sleep for the same amount of hours. अगर 7 hours make sense to you, 8 hours make sense to you, whatever जो आपको ठीक लगता है, आपको know that makes you feel well rested, sleep for that amount of time. Creating a comfortable sleep environment. For example, making sure your bedroom doesn't have much noise coming in, is quiet, it is cool. It has to be cool for us to fall asleep. गर्मी या फिर बहुत गर्मी होने से we can't fall asleep. And then it has to be dark. We can't fall asleep if there's a lot of light coming. Sometimes even if you switch off the light, there is light coming in from the windows, or if you think if there are dangers of falling for you, then you might not want to switch off light. At that time, you can keep a torch next to you and switch off the light. Things like this will help you sleep well. And also ensuring that the bed is only for sleeping, bed is only for intimate activities, bed is only for reading, leisure activities, and bed is not for eating, working, and things like that. Then what happens? You will associate bed only with sleep. That means when you go up to the bed, you'll immediately sleep instead of doing other things and staying up there. Next is managing diet and hydration. Drinking enough water is very important. And ensure that you don't drink water just before the bed. That means you will wake up at night for a washroom break. You might wake up more than 1 or 2 times. So make sure you don't drink too much water 1 hour before bed. Then managing diet. Ensuring that you're not eating heavy dinner, heavy fat filled dinner, fried food, sweets, and all that just before sleeping. Heavy dinners can make your digestion overwork, which means you can't sleep. So you'll be tossing and turning. You might not get good amount of sleep, or if you sleep also, you might have indigestion because your digestion stops when you're sleeping. So it is very important कि आप अपना diet manage करें, hydration manage करें. Then increasing daytime activity. Very, very important. If you don't walk, if you don't exercise during the day, it is hard to sleep at night, because when we are living a retired life, we don't do much work. What happens? You're sitting the most of the time in the day. Then you're not tired. Then how will you sleep? So exercise and yoga will help you to sleep well during night. So we have Happy 60 Plus conducting yoga classes, which you can join and make sure that you get some exercise throughout the day. Go out for a walk. That'll help you get some exercise. Do something that you love, some gardening, some cleaning around the house, which will help you get some movement throughout the day. Next is nap time. Now, napping in the afternoon is essential for some people because we get tired, we want that rest in the afternoon, but it is very important that our nap time is less than 1 hour. It's 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and not for 2 hours. Because if you sleep for 2 hours in the afternoon, especially after 4 o'clock, you will not be able to sleep at night. You will toss and turn and things like that. So ensure that your nap is before 4 o'clock. It's up maximum around 60 minutes and not more than that. Right? Next is managing stress and anxiety. Now, when we are stressed, when there is some tension happening in our life, कोई ना कोई दिमाग में चल रहा है कि क्या हो रहा है, then you will not be able to sleep. You'll keep thinking about that matter. You don't know how to work on that matter. What's a solution for that? You'll keep, ruminating about that in your head. This is where talking to someone who can understand you, judgment free, in a safe space is important. Happy 60 Plus is happy to announce that we also provide therapy sessions, counseling sessions, where we offer confidential, safe space where you can talk out all the stress you have, the anxiety that you have about anything for that matter, and then you can have a peaceful sleep when the tension is gone from your head. Next comes limiting screen time before bed. I know we all have mobile phones now. We like watching videos on mobile phone. But when we go to bed, it is important that we don't keep watching mobile phone, because the blue light from the phone actually, causes a hindrance to our sleep. Very important. Blue light jo phone se aata hai, it actually disrupts our sleep. So what we should do is make your bedroom a device free one. Don't take your phone to sleep. Keep it away from you. If you want alarm, keep it away from you. Do not touch your phone at least for 1 hour before bed. And trust me, your sleep quality will increase immensely. Right? Then monitoring your health conditions. Sometimes some medication that you're taking might not make you, sleep well. Some medication that you're taking is making you want to go to the washroom frequently. All these things can cause you to not sleep well. So you need to, and if you have sleep apnea or if you have insomnia, all these can disrupt your sleep. So it's important to go to the doctor. Don't think, acha, budhape mein to bas, sleep is a problem. As you grow old, sleep becomes a problem. Not necessarily. Sleep becomes a problem if there is a problem. As long as the doctor is able to clear out that, yes, there is no problem, it is good to always go to the doctor and get a checkup done on why you're not able to sleep. Right? Understanding and identifying that will help. Next is mind your sleep hygiene. Like I said, all the sleep hygiene thing we talked about, proper cool room, dark room, all this is very important to ensure that you're sleeping on time, and you're sleeping for the whole 8 hours. Today's topic was a short one, but I leave the room open for questions. Any questions that I can take about sleep that you have, about not being able to sleep?
Yeah, as you said, if we get up in the middle of the night, sometimes it is very difficult to go back to sleep. Why is it so?
Because you have woken up in the middle of your sleep cycle, right? It is
Yes.
hard to go back to sleep. What you can do is, instead of going back to bed and laying awake there, take a small walk around, or just get out of the bed, read something till you can fall asleep, then you go to sleep.
Yeah,
That
start
will help.
reading, then it becomes 2 hours. Instead of going back to 1 o'clock, say 1 o'clock, 1 hour, if I struggle on my bed, I might go back to sleep. Once I start reading, get interested in that and it continues.
Yeah,
What
that
can I
is
do for that?
that is why we should not read stories when we are sleeping, at least at night. We should read something that is a little boring so that we will sleep. If you read interesting thing, you will never sleep. Read something boring. But the idea is, if you continue to ruminate in the bed, you might get frustrated. Instead of that, walk around till you feel sleepy, or read something boring, like I said, that will make you sleepy. Don't watch stuff, because when you start watching stuff, again, your sleep will get disrupted.
My only sleeping pill is listening to the music.
Yes, that could also help. When you get up and you can't go to bed, listen to some
That's
music.
the ultimate thing I do. I listen to the music, close my eyes, then automatically I will start sleeping.
That is
That's
a good
the only
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
Get up from the bed means then it is gone. It will take more time.
Even white noise, you can search for like soothing, calm noises or white noise. White noise will also help you sleep.
Okay.
Purushottam sir, you had a question?
Yeah, I had a question
Hmm.
about how exactly do you identify sleep apnea
So
and
sleep
what
ap-
are
yeah.
the solutions for that?
So sleep apnea, major thing about sleep apnea is that you, one second, I'll just stop sharing. Am I not sharing? You can't see, right? Okay, fine. So sleep apnea, the thing is that you will wake up. Sometimes you yourself can wake up feeling unable to breathe. That is one way that sleep apnea can be identified. The second thing is if someone is snoring very heavily with their mouth open, another way to identify sleep apnea. And one more thing that happens is you think you've slept for 8 hours, you've gone to bed at 10 o'clock, you wake up at directly 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, but you feel tired throughout the morning. You feel like you're not well rested. That means there must be something that is not letting you sleep. That is where it is important to go to a doctor, and also if you're overweight, then there is a chance that your airways are constricted. So all these together, you can make a guess and go to a doctor and get it confirmed.
Thank you, doctor.
No problem. Any other questions anyone has?
Any way to control snoring? Any
Um,
exercise or anything like that? Or any type of
breathing, yeah.
sleeping pattern?
Breathing exercises help, losing weight helps, and sleeping on your side.
Sleeping on side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breathing exercises help.
Losing weight is difficult at this age,
Yeah.
but
So
sleeping on side can help.
yeah, sleeping on the side helps most of the time. Even if someone is snoring, if you shift them to the side, they stop snoring because then the airway opens up enough for them to breathe.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
If there are no questions, we can end the session early today and you can all continue with your evenings. Thank you so much for attending the session. I hope this helped you understand some of the problems of sleep as we age, and you're able to take the necessary action with doctors and go to doctors if you are facing any of these issues. You can also talk to our health psychologist, that is me and Aditi. We are health psychologists. We deal with sleep issues and stress and all those things. You can book a session with us by calling Happy 60 Plus, and you can discuss about your sleep issues. And if need be, we can do multiple sessions to help you, develop good sleep habits. So something as health psychologists we do. So please don't hesitate to call Happy 60 Plus to book a session with us.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.